What's up, guys? It's Hyder. I'm going to be going over my song Molotov. I hope you guys are enjoying everything you're hearing so far because I'm going to be going over the rest of the album and breaking down every single song for you. Let's just jump into this. So the very first thing I made for this song was this main key. I wanted it to sound like I sampled something off of old vinyl. So here's how that sounds. And then we jump into the first chorus. The drums are pretty simple, but giving a lot of space for the rest of the track. The snare has a ton of reverb on it to kind of give it a massive sound. And then we have the main 808 of the track. So a huge bassy sound to it. Then we dive straight into the verse, which has similar drums and a similar 808 pattern, but they're just changed a little bit. I'll show you how that sounds together. Disgusting. Other than that, I just have a few layers of guitar, some granular synthesis going on here as well. These guitar layers are kind of like feedback. And then we kind of have this airy pad going on underneath that, as well as this vocal pad going on. And that brings us to the middle section, this instrumental break where everything kind of chills out. I introduced these new keys that come in and kind of slowly filter in. Right along with that are these orchestral layers. We have some cellos right here. Some more strings. Just for a sneak peek of some of the vocals, I have these kind of choir layers. I had a ton of layers and kind of compressed them all into this one track. And I have that super intense tremolo effect that goes along with it that kind of increases intensity as it goes. Especially with headphones on, this sounds super, super trippy. Disorients you right before that second chorus drops in. The first thing you do notice though in this middle section is these guitar layers. I recorded these all without a metronome, just playing random rhythms and then ended up putting them all together. And it creates this really interesting natural soundscape. So here's how that sounds. I also took all of those, put them into a granular synth, and this is what it came out with. And then right at the very end of this, I have this cello sample. And then we go into the second chorus. I wanted to switch it up a little bit, so I added some extra layers. Almost like a horror movie. Now we can go into my favorite part. So in the second half of this chorus, we introduce some new sounds. So instead of this main 808, I introduced this insanely distorted respace, which, if you've heard the track, introduces a ton of energy to the song. But the thing that makes this special is something that was completely an accident. If you're a producer, you know I had OTT on this and I accidentally put it on twice and it ended up sounding absolutely insane. There was some kind of feedback from the bass that ended up extending the note and making this absolutely insane sound. I'll show you what that sounds like. I mean, that sounds like an actual nuclear explosion, but combined with the bass, it sounds so cool. So instead of having like a big space there, it kind of combines them and just makes this massive sounding bass. And then at the very end of the track, we have a piano outro. This was played by my grandpa. I just sent him the chords for the track. He sent me this back and it just fit perfectly. I threw some effects on here to kind of give it a interesting underwater effect to kind of match the rest of the album. On top of that, I have these weird glitchy sound effects going along with the piano to kind of make it sound even more interesting. And that's pretty much everything for the instrumental. We can dive into the vocals a little bit. So for the intro, I have this pretty simple lo-fi vocal repeating. I'm falling. Then we get into the main vocal. Yeah, I'm falling off, gotta pick it up, got a Molotov. And then I have these extra falsetto layers. Yeah, I'm falling off, gotta pick it up, got a Molotov, hit 'em uppercut. And then we get into the verse, which has some more interesting stuff going on. All my demons know my name. So I have these straight double vocals, kind of accentuating certain words, phrases, to kind of get them to pop out of the mix more. Oh my God. All my demons know my name. Gotta sharpen up the blade. I have these creepy whisper layers. Know my name. And this extra little harmony that you can barely hear in the final mix. And the only thing left for vocals is in the second chorus, where I have some new harmonies coming in. Which I think sounds awesome against the main vocal. Yeah, I'm falling off, gotta pick it up. And that's everything for Molotov. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I got a lot more to come for the rest of the album. I hope you guys are enjoying everything you're hearing so far, and I'm really excited for you guys to hear the rest of this thing. Love you guys. Peace.